When you forget who you are.
Okay, I'll bite. Who are you?
I am the great Cornholio!
And accidentally let someone's dumb son waste your time.
Now, I don't know if she's talking about her ex-husband or whichever Chad and Tyrone she hooked up with since, but right off the bat, you can tell she doesn't make the best decisions when it comes to mate selection.
A few moments later.
You're gonna lose it when I tell you that I'm a whore.
Propaganda tool.
And in case this needs any explanation, she's a single mom with an account on that website that starts with only.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Again, peak decision making.
Later.
I have like $1,000 to my name.
Honey, you're broke!
I recently had to let my daughter, who's 10 years old, go live with her dad because I'm so chronically poor.
Yeah, kinda makes me wonder where that only simps money went to. One can only speculate, but then again, she wouldn't have this problem if she wouldn't have divorced her husband.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And the police are now impounding my vehicle. This cop was behind me. I'm sorry, this cop was in front of me the whole way down the part of the mountain that we were driving, brake checking me. Then he pulled over because he was going super slow. And I thought he was just being nice, like, you know, he was going under the speed limit. He comes right back behind me, pulls me over instantly, and I only had my window rolled down about that much. And then the next cop, black cop, he pulls up and he's like, what's going on to him? And then he goes, the first cop says, oh, it's one of those. Whatever that means.
Bill and Wags in Redlands. Okay, I'm good.
Now, I don't know much about US road legislation, but if they impounded your car, either there's something wrong with it mechanically, or you were driving without insurance or something else along those lines, or you were driving under the influence. Again, peak decision making. Also, you not mentioning the reason the cops gave you for pulling you over kind of makes me think they were in the right.
A few moments later.
Please, somebody help me. I don't know what to do. I'm a single mom doing her very best. Oh my God. I'm 655 days sober.
Fascinating.
No one cares!
I had to give my daughter up to her dad because I was so poor, so chronically poor. I quit OF in November because that does not align with me and it does not let me have the dignity that I deserve.
Translation: you weren't making enough money on it to not be chronically poor.
It's sad, isn't it?
And to think this could all have been avoided if you would have stayed with the father of your kid. Ladies, take note. Sometimes showing your milk bags to simps on the internet is not a viable alternative to having a husband.
I've been cleaning houses freelance for the last couple weeks to make money. My car was impounded by the police yesterday. So you know there's a ton of other errands you have to do to take care of everything before you can get the vehicle, which if it's there just a couple more days, it'll be over $1,000 that I owe. That doesn't include the fees to the police. And then just now, my ex-husband's lawyer just called saying that there's a hearing for custody of my daughter. And I don't know what any of it means.
It means your daughter is about to live with the responsible parent.
Swear to me.
I swear.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Later.
This is an update video, and first things first, I'm 656 days sober.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody freaking cares! Nobody cares!
I was just on the phone with my therapist. I don't know how I would have, I don't know where I would be without the sober community, without the recovery community, and without women. I told my therapist just now, if you would have told me 656 days ago that over 1,000 women would be anywhere near my TikTok account, I would have told you that you're crazy. It means everything to me that women are showing up for me. If you're someone that's helped at all, if you've sent me any money, please know it's going to someone worth helping. I do have to go to mediation on the 10th of June. I'm very open to advice about that. I don't know. I've been to mediation before, years ago, but I was in different circumstances than now. I didn't at that time even have an alcohol problem.
Bruh.
That's really important. And then on the 24th of June, I have the court hearing where I assume the judge usually goes based off what the mediator suggests. So any advice on that, please let me know. I have my car now. I have to get down the hill one more time off the mountain to solve the rest of the problems there. I don't want to leave anything out. There's nothing about me that deems me worthy of losing custody of my daughter.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sweetie, let's reverse the genders. If it was the father with an alcohol problem and no stable job, a car impounded, a history of doing adult content to make a living, and a demonstrable emotional meltdown on social media, all of you lovely ladies, including the ones that sent you money, would be screaming for the judge to give you full custody. But since you're the one on the wrong side of family court this time, suddenly there's no reason for you to lose custody. Well, sweetie, the adult content and the alcohol aside, you yourself said that you sent your daughter to live with her father because you're too poor to have her around, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but these videos you made asking for sympathy and validation and money can be used as evidence against you in court.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And honestly, if I was the judge in your case, I'd give the father full custody with visitation rights for you, because unlike a lot of divorced women, I don't believe that a child should be kept away from either parent. But that way, your daughter gets a stable home until she turns 18, so objectively the kid wins, the father wins, and you also win, because you get a chance to get your crap together. And the only one that loses, really, is your ego. But hey, considering the choices you've made up until this point, ego is a luxury that you obviously can't afford.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.